Hello, hello, hello everyone. How are you all doing? And welcome to my Inspirational Ingrid channel. It's Saturday and I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Anyway, God gave me a word this week and I actually had to record it at the time. I think this is one of the only times that I've actually remembered to record something, because sometimes when he gives you a word, you just forget. And you think, what did he say? What did he say? And you have to quickly try and write everything down. But this time, I just remembered, record it, Ingrid, record it. And so I did. And so God was saying to me, the session and the word that I have for you today is, God looks at the heart. God looks at the heart. And so why does God look at a man's heart? Now, let's think about children. Children are pure and innocent. I mean, you remember being a child yourself. You didn't know a lot of things. You know, you had to learn things from adults. And so if you were taught how to pray, when a child prays though, as you know, I do Sunday school with children. So when a child prays, oh my gosh, it's right from the heart. They speak about what's concerning them. They speak about what's going on in the world or in their school or at home, or even in the Sunday school children. Their prayer is really, really sincere. And this is what I just love teaching children. They are not like man. They're not like adults who have been corrupted and polluted by the world itself. A child, though, remains innocent until a certain time, right? And so, therefore, a child's heart is much more purer than that of a man, wouldn't you say? I mean, for instance, I'm thinking about when I was a child, and I only knew certain things as a child would. And as I got older and older, I started to learn more things. I started to understand more things. And some things really did shock me when I found out. And the older you get, you find out more and more things. You think that we never learn, but we're always learning, right? We're always learning about new things. We're always seeing new things as well. You know, as they say, we never ever stop learning, right? And so I'm just thinking about, wow, children are really innocent. And if only they could stay innocent for a lot longer. Whereas these days, children, they're getting too much knowledge too soon. Personally speaking, I think, anyway. Because I think they should remain innocent for as long as possible. But anyway, what was I going to say now? I was actually going to say, God looks at a man's heart. Yeah, he looks at the heart of man. He never measures the outer appearance. Yeah, he looks straight on the inside of man. And so that's why when you do teach children, you just gain so much from them and so much insight from them, should I say. I was just looking at the Apostle Paul. And in Acts chapter 13, verse 22, God said, I have found in David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, who will do all my will. Now, God knew that David wouldn't do some of his will. God knew that David would do all of his will. Now, David was a young man, yeah, a youth. David was a smaller man. He was a shepherd boy, in fact, yeah. And so God was not looking at his outer appearance. He wasn't judging him. He wasn't looking at his stature. But God knew David's heart. Okay, he knew that if he asked David to do something, David would obey him and do it straight away. And so God sees in a man good and evil. But for us as adults, humans, we cannot see if someone is good or evil. A child cannot see an adult is evil or good. A child wants to believe that every person is good, right? But adults know that there is good and evil. This is something that adults actually know. But sometimes us adults cannot tell either, you know, what someone is thinking, what someone is actually trying to do, what they're trying to create. We don't know because we cannot actually see into their heart. Although sometimes we have a kind of revelation from God, or we have a discernment, or we have a spirit to feel that this person is not good, or this person is not good for my soul, my character, or even for my peace of mind, right? And so that's why it's good to be in the spirit. But I'm telling you, God did not look at David on the outer appearance. When he called for him, right, out of all the brothers, David was the youngest one. And everyone overlooked him. He was just a shepherd boy. But God saw in him a king. In this little shepherd boy, God saw a king, yeah? And a king that would do his will and that would reign well and look after the people, okay? And so, like I said, children are pure and innocent until, of course, just like man, they have become polluted and corrupted by the world, okay? And so the good news is that Jesus, who has died and that's come to save us from sin, he is right there for those children. He is right there to come and pull them out of the darkness and return them back into the light where they belong. Yeah. So that's why it's so important, okay, that we must never judge people, because only God judges and only God can actually see the heart. And so sometimes we must think too about people's characters. The only way you can measure someone's character also is by what they actually do, by their actions, perhaps. But really, we don't know where their heart posture is coming from. You know, are they doing something because they mean you well? Or are they doing something because it's going to hurt you? That's the difference. If someone is doing something and, okay, it doesn't come across well to you at the time, but maybe they're doing it out of love and it's to actually protect you. Because as parents, when we have children, we discipline them. And this is out of our love to protect them. And this is what the Lord also does for us. The Lord also disciplines us too. As our Father, he makes sure that we are corrected, we are disciplined, and we are walking on the right path again. This is what he does. And so what we have to do is we have to pray for these young people these days, because the world that they're coming into is not great. So we have to pray that they are directed and led into the light and not into the darkness, okay? And so I'll finish my session now. I went on a bit longer than I should have, but anyway, I wanted the word out. And so, as you remember, I always say, you too are a child of God. No matter what age you are still a child of God. You are special, you are unique, you are chosen, and you are very much loved by your Father in heaven. So may God continue to lead, guide, and protect you. And may he bless you and make his face just to shine upon you with all the favor and give you perfect peace. Amen. So thank you again for joining me today on this session. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay? Look after yourselves. Stay in peace. And until next time, bye for now. See you soon, family. Take care.